Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the podcast. Basically, when I talk, do you know how Joe Rogan basically says a buddy of mine? Well, my buddy or the
Yeah.
buddy of mine on my podcast or the equivalent is Christian. He's the one whose website I've been putting in the description link with the promo code and everything. I don't think it's right to be promoting his website while he's here, so I'll let him do it. Christian, can you just give us a brief background about yourself and about your website?
Yeah, for sure. My name is Cristian Maierean. I'm with Nick in BSD. We went to software development together, which was really fun. This summer I decided to start this computer gaming company, which turned out to be really, really interesting for me. The first few months, it really took off well, and now it's grew exponentially, really quickly. I'm really, really happy. We have a few employees now. We're doing really well, and it's a really fun environment to be in. It's something that I love doing, computers, and it's a lot of fun. So I have nothing much to complain about that. Um, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's my background on that.
Yeah, I know computers are a huge thing in my life, especially as well. So that's one of the reasons why I jumped on your thing immediately. But you didn't always have a computer background like I
That's
did,
very
right?
true. That's very true. Yeah.
What background did you come from originally for the audience?
Actually, I didn't do computers at all. I was in the complete total opposite direction. I was doing culinary. I went to George Brown. I did cooking. I loved the nutrition, loved the healthy eating. When I studied at George Brown, actually, I didn't just do culinary. I was doing culinary nutrition. So when you tell me about your channel and how you're doing fitness and healthy eating, and one of the things you're trying to focus on is not eating like bland chicken breast. You want to eat something like tasty, but also healthy, right?
Yeah.
That's something I loved as well. So I love talking about that kind of stuff. I mean, who knows? Maybe we can share some really cool recipes with the audience, and maybe they can let us know if they like it, if they try it out.
Yeah, most definitely. It's really important for me as well. I gotta tell everyone, you're the exact opposite of me. You went from culinary into programming. I'm gonna go from programming into culinary someday in the future. So
we're the same, but we just have two opposite approaches.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing though, dude. The fact that you're finding a really big passion in it.
Yeah, I told you about you were actually shocked when I told you about what I was doing with my own homebrew, right?
Yeah, dude, that's amazing. To brew your own stuff at home it's incredible, literally. It's not even that hard, and the outcome is phenomenal.
Yeah, I calculated it per a glass this size. Well, you can't see it because of the green screen. It costed me around $3.
Oh, that's not. Oh, for that cup?
Yeah, no, for the entire amount, including the organic ginger, the honeycombs I had to go steal, and all that.
Wow.
Everything together. And if you go down to Distillery District or something, they're making me pay out the bump.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Distillery District was open right now. That's amazing. Maybe I'll go check it out.
Yeah, it's not now, but before COVID, they for a glass just slightly bigger than this, they were charging around $7 or $8.
Wow.
And yeah, so I'm screw that. I got the time, I got the engineering background. Why don't I use both and try to create this stuff for cheap at home?
Brew it yourself, man. That's a really smart idea, honestly. I actually I did my own little homebrew experiment. I did two things. I tried brewing my own mango wine. So I bought a bunch of mangoes, I juiced them, and then I let it ferment, and it didn't turn out well. But the second time I tried doing apple cider, and that turned out really well. So I would recommend home brewing to anybody. How was your experience with that?
No, this turned out really well. For this, I used this as a small experiment. Basically, I'm lactose intolerant, and I got to take brewer's yeast to keep me probiotic. So I'm the only difference between the brewer's yeast that you get in the market and the brewer's yeast you get for like me is that mine has a bit more B12 in it, so vitamin B12. Other than that, it's the exact same thing. So I'm like, how well will this work if I pop a pill into one of the jars?
By the way, since you're lactose intolerant, I know certain brewers, they use, I think, is it lactose? They use it as a sugar enzyme or as a sugar in some of the drinks. I know a lot of craft beers do it. Like there's a place called Bellwoods, for example. They're a brewery in Toronto. They're really good. They do a lot of craft beers. One of my favorite things there is called a milk shark type beer. It's a beer, but it's brewed with milk enzymes or lactose, something like that. Have you ever heard of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I did. Basically, as long as the yeast is in there for like the moment it's in your gut, for it to like digest the sugars, you're totally fine.
Oh,
Because
cool.
like the thing with me is like I don't have the bacteria in my gut to digest the sugars in milk.
Gotcha.
As long as I take the bacteria along with the milk or that specific sugar, I'm totally fine. For some people, like I got like medium level, so like meaning like I got the bacteria in there, but like it's not enough to actually like fully digest it. So I just get like indigestion problems. But like there's some people who actually like vomit and all that.
Oh, that's really bad.
Like,
I know a lot of people have like stomach cramps and really bad gastrointestinal issues regarding lactose and all that kind of stuff. Not too good. Yeah. So if you could stay away from it, even personally me, fun fact, even though I'm not lactose intolerant, I'm not the biggest drinker of milk. Like even in my coffee, I put soy milk, and I love cheese. That's my weak spot, but I personally don't consume too much dairy anymore.
Yeah, like I tried going vegan for the longest time, but then I'm sitting there like, what the hell am I doing? I'd rather like sit in the toilet for an extra 2 minutes and take all these like crazy ass supplements. Like,
well, being vegan is very, very difficult. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm actually not even.
I could do it, but like the thing is, this was when I was powerlifting, right? So I have to like at that time I had to take 200 grams of protein a day. So when I was taking 200 grams of protein a day, I was like, I'm not going to get that much protein from just lentils and chickpeas.
There's actually quite a lot of research that suggests you don't need that much protein, even when you're powerlifting.
This was like back then just to increase my size and everything. But like for the 6 months I tried doing it vegan. But like when I have to like take 4 scoops of whey protein,
it's too much.
I'm like, it's too much. Like it's gonna destroy my gut one day. So I'm like, nah. I'll just go back to my regular diet.
And do you still? What are your goals now? Are you still trying to power lift? Are you trying to do any of that kind of stuff?
So right now I'm on the last leg of the Saitama challenge.
Okay, what is the Saitama challenge?
So it's basically 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 squats, and then 10K.
In one day?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been doing that for the last month, and my legs have become super toned.
Shit, man.
Just from all the running.
Honestly, man, wow, that's incredible. If you can do 100, I'm assuming you probably space them out. You don't do 100 push-ups at once and then 100 sit-ups.
No, so the push-ups I split into 3 sets in the morning, 3 sets of 20 in the morning, and then 2 sets of 20 in the night.
So 60 push-ups in the morning, 40 at night.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then squats I can do in one go. Squats are my main event in powerlifting. So like 100 pounds, I'm not that, or 100 squats, I'm not that worried about. Okay. And the main thing were the sit-ups. Like my core is pretty strong as is. Okay, I couldn't do more than 30 at a time.
For sit-ups, right?
Yeah.
I honestly, if you can do 30 sit-ups, even that's a really good start. I don't even know how many I can do, to be honest. I haven't sit-ups, push-ups.
Yeah.
I go for every single night though.
Yeah, this is like the shirt you got. I don't know if you remember for our presentations class, this is the shirt you got. This was tight on me. I remember I had to wear a hoodie that day because of how tight it was. Really? This thing's loose on me right now.
Good stuff, bro.
Yeah, so like this thing's definitely working and making people tone. So like after I'm done, I'll put it out as a challenge there to anyone who wants to try it.
I might try it. I might give it a go. Because actually one of my goals right now is I want to lose a little bit more weight. I feel good, like I'm at a good weight right now, but I've been really looking at this doctor. He wrote this book. I think it's called Lifespan. He's a really good author. I didn't read too much of it yet, but I'm still doing a lot of reading on it. Apparently, being like lighter is going to prolong your life, and I'm trying to just lose everything. I want to start getting really skinny and just not skinny, but like very slim, but also like have some good muscle tone on.
Yeah, you want like there's a difference between being anorexic and being skinny. Like being skinny is that you're fit.
Yeah, I want to be fit. Exactly.
Yeah, you want to be at a good BMI.
Good BMI, really. Well, I would say I'm at a good BMI now, but I want to be even. His claims are basically the lighter you are, in the sense of not the lighter you are, but if let's say you are, like, if you don't have that much fat on you and you work out and you eat very healthy, you're going to live longer than as opposed to any other type of diet. I still don't know a lot of the stuff, so I don't even want to talk too much about it because I'm pretty misinformed myself. But right now, yeah.
The reason why like they say being lighter is better is that for every pound of fat that you have, it's an extra mile of capillaries.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So that means that, like, let's say someone's like 15 pounds overweight, that's 15 extra miles your heart has to push blood.
Oof. Wow, I didn't know that.
So like there's a difference between having like 2% body fat like Ronnie Coleman, like, and that to a point where like any omega-3s or something that your brain uses like gets depleted and you're sitting there like in a wheelchair. But like but when you're like past your BMI and you look like Tess Holiday eating a cake for your birthday, like an entire cake, like that, there's people out there that are like 100, 150 pounds overweight. Think of how many. That's 100 to 150 miles your heart has to pump.
It's a lot of miles, man. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. Personally, for me, it's really weird. As you can tell, like, I probably look pretty slim on camera and, like, you know, I have slim arms. I'm not like, but you know what? For me, it all accumulates in my belly, all of it. Yeah. I have no fat on my legs or my arms, but all of it just goes to my stomach.
Yeah, that's the same thing for me. Like what most people say when they see me is like, dude, you look fat. But the moment I start like stretching or something, like I get veins popping from my forearms and everything. And then they're like, what the hell's going on? And I'm like, it's all in my gut for me. Like I have the same issue.
It's a type of, I'm not too familiar with it, but is it mesomorph something?
Yeah, like there's 3 sets, but like it's basically that it gets deposited there initially for most people because like that's where all your vital organs are.
Yeah.
And that your body wants to protect the vital organs of the fat and like keep it insulated and everything. So like genetically keeping the fat there is probably the first priority for it.
For sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But like at the end of the day, when everyone's like, oh, I'm fat because of genetics, I say like genetics is only responsible for where the fat is deposited.
Right. It's not responsible for
how much fat you got.
That's a good way to. I didn't think about it like that.
Because like 150 grams of fat is 150 grams of fat. But for like you, like if you're like a skinny guy, it might like not get deposited at your gut. It'll probably get deposited in your arteries. But like there's another person who it doesn't get deposited in their arteries. It get deposited like in their chest or something, and then they get like fat deposits on skin and all that. So like it really depends on the person. That's where genetics plays. Someone might look bigger when they don't have like cholesterol or blood pressure problems. But then there's like super skinny people that have like a quadruple bypass or something because they eat the same amount of food, but like all the blood vessels get clogged.
You know, it's interesting. It's like some people like me, for example, I've noticed if I eat around 2,000 calories flat a day with moderate exercise, I don't lose weight and I don't gain weight. That's like a perfect calories. If I want to lose weight, I'd go for like 1,600 calories, which is for some people that's like nothing. You know what I mean? Like I know one of my friends, he's pretty slim and he can eat 3,000-4,000 calories a day and still be like slim. And I'm like, I wish.
Yeah, it's also like it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. Like, yeah, you can eating one like Big Mac is probably like what 1,000 calories or something. That's like half of your daily requirement, but you're gonna feel hungry later. But like you can also eat like 5 huge boxes of spinach and only get 100 grams of 100 calories out of that, and you can feel full for like a week off of that.
Exactly.
So like there's a difference in the quality of food you eat and then the quantity you eat. So you can have 10 meals a day. No one's going to stop you. Like have 10 meals, but make sure they're all like 200 to 300 calorie snacks.
The problem is that it's making those meals taste good. And another thing for me, which is surprising. So I don't eat junk necessarily. I eat pretty good food, like clean food. But my problem is I love eating a lot at once. So I'll eat like 2 meals a day, but I'll pound like a lot of food at once. Just because like I also during the day usually I don't have time to eat because I'm just so busy working. So usually even if I have 1 meal a day, it's gonna be at night, and that 1 meal is gonna be that full 2,000 calories. It's like
yeah. What you can actually do is, I think that's one of the reasons why it's helpful because you have the intermittent fasting aspect in you.
Yeah. It's really good. I heard a lot of benefits. Actually, the doctor I was telling me about also recommends intermediate fasting.
I'm doing it now as well.
Right on. How long do you do for, or like how often?
So I eat between 9 to 5.
Okay.
And that too, I make sure I eat healthy. So like I get at least, they recommend 5 veggies a day, but I make sure I get 7 in. Okay. And then I eat like for a pound of body weight that I have 0.5 grams of protein. And then from 5 to next morning 9, other than water, I don't touch anything.
Wow. Okay. I don't know how you do it. I get so hungry at night. I don't know why. It's like
that's a habit. It's like cigarette smokers, like when they usually go out at 8 every day and like have a smoke. Yeah. They feel like at 8 they feel like they need to have smoke, but like they actually don't need to. Same thing with food's an addiction.
Did you ever smoke?
Nah, man. They scare the hell out of me.
Sorry?
They scare the hell out of me.
Oh, you never did it?
Nah.
So how do you feel like at 8 a.m?
Oh no, I know people that like. I remember when I was studying engineering at like. I had this one friend at like 8 p.m. every day. We'd be in the like. I remember we had an exam, and this guy was like asking if he can go step outside for a smoke break halfway through.
Some people are a little too much. I used to smoke, and it's a really bad habit. It's really easy to quit if you just get the right mindset going. But yeah, it's a really bad habit, and but hopefully your friends quit too.
Yeah, no, we'd make fun of him so much. He'd be like, "Oh, hey, I know how to do it." And I'd be like, "Yo, someone write it for him." Don't like he'll run out of breath by the time he finishes the answer. And like after a presentation, he'd be like clapping. You'd be like, "Yo, don't clap. You'll run out of breath."
You know what though? I do understand them because everybody has. It's like you got to live life, I believe, in moderation. So if you're gonna do whatever it is you choose to do, whether it's eat food, whether it's play video games, play sports, even like body lifting, everything should be done in moderation. Literally, that's the key to life. Everything should be done in moderation because when you do something too much and you go crazy with it, then that's when problems start coming. Even if you're like bodybuilder, serious, and you're going crazy, you're smoking, whatever, even eating too much, everything. It's all about moderation and balance.
Yeah, like that's actually a huge thing that most people don't realize, especially now. Like when the quarantine hit, everyone was like, "Oh, I don't have money," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's because you're tossing money like Rick Ross in a strip club."
I'm just apply for curb.
Yeah, like Because like what I tell, like I remember I was told that like if you don't have money saved up by the end of the month from your paycheck, you're living past your earning.
Right.
Like if you're in school, you're in college, and like you have all these like fancy like pillow coverings, like 5 or 6 like blankets on your bed, like 20 different kinds of clothes, a nice table and everything. And you're like, oh, I don't know where all my money's going. There's
One thing,
nothing wrong with having a small futon while you're like trying to hustle. Like,
yeah. One thing that I learned, man, and this goes for a lot of your viewers and you and anybody, you gotta invest early. And I don't mean like invest, like go ham, go crazy, start putting it all. No, literally start small. At the age of 20, apparently, if
yeah,
you save $100 or $200 every single month, and you use that money and invest that money, and you accumulate total like year after year after year, you're making more money, and that money in turn is making you more money. By the age of 60, you will retire a millionaire if you invest $200
yeah,
every single month from the age of 20. And
yeah,
did you know if you invest the same amount at the age of 25, you actually lose out by like half? Interesting.
yeah.
And
Like it's
that quote actually comes from Stephen Graham on we find him on YouTube. He's a really, really popular finance guru. I love him. A
yeah.
lot of your
And then when this pandemic hit, like you got a lot of people being like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen next month.
yeah.
I'm like, that's because you like went all out buying like 5 different mattresses and everything. Like if you had the
No,
foresight,
because they're getting
to save before.
yeah.
Like at the moment something like nature like acts like nature, you're like your entire life is going tits up. Like you like you're living past your lifestyle. Like I'm
Yeah.
not saying that it's not your fault for being there, but like it's your fault for staying there continuously.
You wouldn't understand, dude, how many people from that buy my computers tell me, hey, I'm only buying this because I received that CERB check or curb check from the government for $2,000.
Yeah,
And a lot of people don't realize this, and it's going to hurt them long term. Is that money that you're getting from the government right now, unless you actually like are supposed to get it, they might actually take some of that back.
yeah,
And if you spend it all now and they ask you to pay all of that money back, that's like 10, 14 grand. I don't know where people are going to pull that money out. Because I have friends, they're buying Macs, they're buying watches, they're buying purses, what you name it, they're buying it, you know? And it's like, it's crazy to me how people are just spending their money so frivolously, if you will.
yeah. Like I remember I don't know where it was. Like yeah, no, I had a friend at school.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, this guy was the biggest bad influence on me. Like this guy ate out every day.
What do you eat?
Like no, he would go. He had this rule. Like he wanted to try everything in
Oh,
downtown Toronto.
but
Every
yeah, you're
restaurant in downtown Toronto by the end of his degree.
literally, you have the best food in downtown Toronto.
Yeah, but like as a damn student, I understand going like once a week with friends or once a month with friends, but like damn every day.
Every day, actually, that
Yeah,
was my lifestyle, believe it or not. I used to go out every single day to eat out with my friends and spend money, and I had no savings until about last year. And then I went crazy. Now I'm the complete opposite. I don't go out, I don't spend money, I never buy coffee out. I always make my own coffee at home. I spend
yeah,
no money. I literally save every penny and I reinvest them. And honestly, it's something that I like to do. And I think everyone should give it a try. Honestly, people should be more save. Yeah, because you're right. You know, you never know when the next coronavirus is gonna hit, and you're gonna need that money for something. So, live within your means is the best advice to give to people. Right? What do you think?
yeah, yeah. Most definitely. Like it's uh, it's also another topic where everyone's like they save money and everything, but then they just don't know how to manage themselves, manage properly
Money
when it
management.
comes to all aspects, money management, just management in general. Because like I asked them, like there's people out there that basically say, I asked them, oh, do you exercise? And they're like, oh no, I don't have time to exercise.
Time management too.
And I'm like, you got like time is money. Like you can, like $1, I can have like rupees, but like a rupee has like it has 1/50th of the value of $1. So like my money in one place can be a different value somewhere else. But the one thing that does have value is my time, no matter where I go. So like I find people like not being able to manage, one, their time, and two, their money, both, like whatever they is the most valuable to them. A lot of people are not able to manage.
I'm one of those people. I'm really good at managing my money, but I'm not good at managing my time. You can even see yesterday. I said, hey, can we reschedule to today? And then today I came late, and I'm really bad with managing my time, and especially when you have something like a job or a company or just a lot going on, you need to learn how to manage your time. And I actually want to learn more about how to better my time management. I wonder
Yeah,
if there's any
like
online or anything like that.
yeah, there's actually this thing that I used to do when I was studying, where basically I would map out every single minute of my day, what time I had to wake up, what time, yeah, like those schedules that they put on your student center, right?
Oh, okay.
So I would print one of those out, and in my empty spaces, I put in marker writing, like from this time to this time, I have to eat my breakfast. From this, like if I don't finish my breakfast in this time, too bad, I gotta go catch the bus to go to school.
That's actually a smart idea. I might actually try doing that. That's
And then
really
I would, yeah, I
smart.
would put that up in front of my desk or in my wallet, and then I would set the same thing in my phone alerts.
You know what I can do actually? I can do it on my computer. I can set an hourly schedule per day, and then
Yeah,
I can read it on my phone through the Google Drive. That's a
yeah,
really smart idea, Nick.
yeah. And then like when I have assignments, I'd be like, yeah, no, I got a physics lab due, I got a engineering design CAD diagram due and everything. I would have to finish it like the day I get it. I have to start it, and I have to finish it 3 days in advance minimum. Because just in case like Blackboard's being a little shit, or Visual Studios is being a little shit, or NX is being a little shit, like I can go ask my prof for help or something.
Yeah. Well,
Like we all have that issue where like Visual Studio is like not wanting to work, or like when we put into our Linux server, like Linux is being a little cunt.
for C++?
Yeah,
Yeah, C++ was a headache, man. But hey, I mean, it's a nice language and stuff for coding. Um, but I don't know anymore, man. I don't know if I enjoy coding as much anymore. I'm really, really liking the computer hardware and computer engineering field a bit more.
dude, that's why I went in, because in a coding thing, like it's all online. You type in a function, like printf or like a vector or something, and you see it there. It's not
Mhm.
physical. It's all virtual. But when I like do I program a Arduino, I built or a microprocessor, and then like I get it to actually move. I write a for loop and like print out onto a serial monitor. I actually see the servo motor actually like moving
Mhm.
physically. It shows me a lot more enthusiasm at that point.
It's theoretically more tangible, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
You can play with it, touch it, move
yeah,
it. Yeah, I get that part. For me, I've always been like, I don't get me wrong, I enjoy coding. It's not something that I hate or anything like that by any means. I really like it, but I'm the kind of person that my job right now is very, I'm always on my feet. Like I'm either, calling my suppliers to get parts, or I'm talking to customers to acquire sales, or I'm doing marketing, or I'm going to drive, pick up part. I'm right now I'm really all over the place. But my goal would be to have a job that's very, moving around a lot. I don't want to stay stationary at the desk and just, type away code and code and
yeah.
code.
turn out looking like a 40-year-old accountant by the time you're 25, 26.
Sorry?
Yeah, you like for most people going into comp sci right now, I say this like you don't want to turn out looking like a 40-year-old accountant like by the time you're 25.
What do you mean?
Like if you ever look at like those stereotypical accountants like with like the ginger afro, like short sleeve button up shirts, like back always like curved up from like doing their taxes all the time, and they're always in their like 40s and stuff. And then you have like a bunch of like kids nowadays looking like that, slumped shoulders, like playing Minecraft all day.
Are you calling me a 40-year-old man? Is that what you're saying?
40-year-old accountant.
Yes, don't kill me. Yeah, man. Well, you know what? 40-year-old accountants are good with their taxes, so I'll take that. I'll be good with my taxes.
Yeah, you're basically like Jeff Bezos. Don't know how to pay you don't have to pay any money in taxes.
Hey, you know why? Because he does his taxes in Ireland. He has the leprechauns taking care of his taxes.
Yeah.
They just pay him like a pot of gold.
Yeah, dude, I have no clue how that man earns like the man's the richest man in the world. Like earn like what like I don't know how many billions he earned in the last year with Amazon. Yet he paid zero in taxes.
Yeah. Well, it's unreal. But you know what's cool about Amazon that I really love, and a lot of people don't know this. When you say Amazon, everybody thinks, oh, Amazon, I just go there to buy stuff. Amazon, that buying stuff, like buying and selling, that's like nothing. All of Amazon money comes from like their cloud services.
Web server, AWS, and then they got the Amazon store and everything like that.
I love AWS, by the way. It's a really cool and easy way of launching anything, any software related stuff, from websites to servers to databases, connecting them all.
I'm surprised you don't learn AWS and we're sitting more on Heroku and stuff.
You can actually get an AWS certificate if you want with Amazon.
Yeah. Oh no, I already have one from Amazon. Yeah.
You have an AWS certificate?
Yeah, I got mine last year.
Why are you in school? Just go get a job, bro. Those pay like $100,000 a year.
But all the requirements are you need a degree.
Screw the degree. You know how to code. You know how to code.
Dude, I know how to code, but like I got mine do you know how it was like? So last summer, basically, I had like a lot of free time in the afternoon and morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like my work schedule was basically like wake up at like 6, do the Amazon course, then go to work. And my job was basically data entry / warehouse. So this was when I was like trying to lose weight, right?
Sure, I remember you were doing that.
And then I would come back home at like midnight.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a busy schedule, and then rinse and repeat, and then wake up at 6 every day again.
Yeah, so like that was the entire summer, and I like got that cert, and I got like 7 or 8. I even renewed my CompTIA then.
Damn. Was it worth it?
Yeah, like I can, like anytime I can go back to being a technician while school starts.
Cool, man. Good shit. Good stuff. Do you want to are you going back to school in September with like the online stuff? Do you know anything about that?
Basically, unless it's a physical lab, like in the chemistry labs or like the engineering kids who actually need a physical lab, we stay at home for online classes.
That's gonna suck. Hopefully the school's still open because I want to go play hockey and stuff like that.
Yeah, I want to go work out. Like I've been teaching Ruby and Andre some kickboxing.
Really?
Yeah, and just as I wanted to start teaching them like how to roll in jiu-jitsu, that's when like this lockdown started.
Oh shit! You know what? Actually, I seen some people from a program. They're at the they're always at like either the gym or the ice rink. Yeah. And basketball. It's pretty cool. I really like the fact that our school has that kind of stuff, but it sucks that we can't even go now.
Yeah, like that's Andrew Schulz was saying the exact same thing like last year, like in one of his videos.
Who?
YouTube Overlords. I'm just quoting another guy. Please don't ban me. But Basically, this guy's like
Who?
Andrew Schultz.
The
He's a
comedian.
comedian.
I
Yeah.
love him. He's so funny.
Dude, the other day in one of his videos, he was like, dude, I can't go do comedy because some guy can't stop eating bats in China.
I seen that video. Yeah. He's
Yeah, same thing. I'm going to say the same thing. I can't go to school and I can't work out because some dude can't stop eating bats.
I don't know. I just honestly, man, I don't think like that. I think they're all everybody. You can't. I don't know. You can't just put everybody in.
Yeah, no, I'm not putting everyone. I'm putting that one guy.
Okay, the one guy. All right,
one guy who this all started with.
I agree with you.
The one guy who this all started with. Screw you. Quitting bats.
You know what? Honestly, I know a lot of my Chinese friends who have been getting a lot of slack for this, but if I'm going to be honest, I deal with computer parts a lot, and a lot of my suppliers and buyers are actually Chinese, and they are so much easier to deal with and so much just like politer and just I don't know, like than like white people, honestly. A lot of the white people are just
Well, white people have Karens, right?
Sorry?
White people have a bunch of Karens.
A lot of Karens, basically, yeah. Well, so again, I don't know, but it's person to person. Everybody's different.
Yeah, like, and I remember one of my stories, like, that I was getting shit, and I'm like, dude, I'm not saying anything about your Chinese neighbor. Chinese people themselves are nice. I love their food, but
amazing food.
Yeah, you're not gonna sit here and tell me that the damn government isn't responsible for all this. I will attack that government until the day I die, but the individual people will not get my hate at any time.
I'll let you know now. I know nothing about politics.
Yeah.
I am the most uninformed.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm saying. Like, that's why I don't talk about the actual politics of it. I'm just saying, I'm talking about it from a business point of view. I know how I had a few startups. I know how the regulations there are a lot lower when it comes to like industry and everything.
Yeah.
So what probably happened is they were probably doing some animal testing for vaccines or like SARS or some shit. Like one of the bats was probably like asymptomatic. So they're like lack of regulations, they probably like let it loose or something like that by accident, or some like idiot engineer. And some guy took it and ate it.
I heard that it started. I don't know actually. I don't know how it started. I don't know any of this. I just heard. It was apparently, isn't it from some meat market or something?
Yeah, like some guy. It was this place where they eat exotic animals.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah. Yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. Like they do a lot of animal testing in that kind of regions because the regulations on the engineering side are a lot lower. It is a fact. And they probably did release one of the animals that has been tested on that was asymptomatic.
Yeah.
Which later got caught and eaten in that market.
Well, I don't know. Corona, it's very unfortunate that, the world is kind of put on a pause. It's kind of shitty. Yeah, a lot of people, you know what, honestly, a lot of people, I guess, are suffering from this. They're bored at home, or, a lot of people with, especially with like mental depression and stuff like that are going through it. And I know one of my friends is actually, she's dealing with a hotline. So like she's on the hotline. She just she gets the calls, and it's really cool. Like a lot of people should be more aware of it. So it sucks being alone, but there's always people to talk to if anybody needs it.
Yeah, like I know I posted this before on my website, but there's a lot of support things that people can go to. Mm-hmm. But like it's a really fun thing to do to like actually let people know, because like it really helps them out. I know a lot of people were giving shit to government for saying like liquor stores are mandatory businesses. They're essential businesses, but I gotta like remind them: do you really want people like lining up at the hospital because of alcohol withdrawal?
Yeah, I think you need alcohol stores. You need the liquor stores, and you need the weed shops, and you need because of the fact that if there's some actually fun fact about alcohol. I learned this in nutrition school. If if you suffer from alcoholism, it's a very serious addiction. It's a very serious disease, actually. And if you stop drinking alcohol and you're a very serious alcoholic, you can actually die.
Yeah.
Like, die from withdrawal symptoms. It's crazy. So even though alcoholism sucks and it's a really bad position to be in, yeah, liquor stores should be open, I think.
And small update, I just hit 200 subscribers like right now. Yeah, just now.
My friend.
Yeah, man.
If
But
you
on this celebration note, I wanted to ask you, what are some healthy recipes that people can make on a budget?
Oh my God, dude. So glad you asked me this question. The other day, I made the best macaroni and cheese. But you're like, Chris, that's not healthy. You made mac and cheese. Well, here's the kicker. So you take regular macaroni, sure, just plain old simple pasta macaroni. Then as the cheese sauce or whatever, it's just, have you heard of nutritional yeast?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if any of your viewers don't know nutritional yeast, just Google it. It's this little yellow flaky thing, and it literally tastes like cheese. It smells like cheese. It's really like, it's a cheesy thing, but it's just nutritional yeast. It's a plant-based yeast that's really good for your gut. It's wow. So I learned this recipe from Gilda's. It's a cancer club. They specialize in all these vegan kind of foods. So you take that, you get some, you know how to make an Alfredo sauce, a simple one? You just take some little bit of butter or some olive oil or whatever. You saute some onions, some garlic. Then you add a little bit of flour. And instead of adding milk, I add soy milk.
Yeah.
Add soy milk, make it like a thick little cream. Then you add the nutritional yeast. Stir in your pasta. It literally tastes like macaroni and cheese, but it's so much easier. It tastes amazing. You literally feel light. I swear. I would eat like macaroni and cheese like heavy, and you know that feeling of after you eat a heavy fatty meal.
Yeah.
This, I can eat the whole bowl of pasta and I feel light because it's like, it's no fat. It's like really healthy proteins. I don't know, but it's great and it's really healthy. It's simple. It's cost effective.
Yeah, when I was doing keto, like I made a similar style recipe, but what I did was instead of pasta, I used cauliflower.
Smart. Yeah, a lot of people use cauliflower too. That's a good replacement.
Yeah, I would roast it, and like the thing is, fat isn't an issue for me when I was doing the keto diet.
Yeah.
I literally had to chug down like whipping cream or heavy cream at that point because of how many calories I was burning.
How does your stomach hurt? I feel like if I ever eat fatty foods, my stomach is just like, oh, I can't. Like, it hurts.
Oh, like I would just take my lactose pill, and like because I was burnt, like with my entire, I live at Dufferin and Steeles, and then my work was at Don Mills and Steeles, or a kilometer north of Steeles. So I would bike there and back, and then I would also like do 8 hours of warehouse work, like lifting boxes and moving everything.
Wow. So you used to be very physical.
Yeah.
Nice.
And like I calculated it one day, like with one of those apps that you get on your smartwatch.
Mm-hmm.
So with my movement, I was burning around, I believe it was like 3,000 calories, not including like me picking up the box and like carrying the box.
Damn, man.
So like even if I ate 2,000 calories, I was still burning almost a pound a day.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was still getting all my nutrition, like all my veggies, everything. I was not
really serious about that diet.
Yeah, like I was eating like at that point, like when I say 2,000 calories, I'm eating 2 boxes of spinach, like a few zucchinis.
You lost a lot of weight. I remember. I was just like, I was shocked. You sent me photos. I was like, wow.
75 pounds.
Yeah, man. Jesus, good for you.
Yeah, like right now, like I'm trying to get back to actually having proper form and looking aesthetically good.
Well, you're almost there. you know, just keep working at it every day, and you'll
Yeah.
get there.
Hopefully.
100%. If you don't stop what you're doing and you realize like, hey, you know what a lot of people don't realize, especially when they're losing weight too, it's like they think, okay, I'm going to do this for a year and then I'm going to stop. No, it doesn't work like that. Like you got 50, 60, 70 years of, you have to keep doing it for the rest of your life. So it's not so much about like not eating or eating keto or just a short, no, you just got to eat less.
Yeah.
Eat less and eat whatever you want to eat. Just eat less. Count your calories. That's what really helped me. I counted my calories. I stuck to no more than like 1,800 calories a day. And that's it. That's all you need. And you'll lose weight. Give it time. You'll lose it 100%.
Yeah, and like it's not about like when I tell people it's not about the weight, it's about the fat. Like if you're exercising everything and you're like, oh my God, I'm sitting at 175, just take your measurements. Because I remember at one point when I lost my weight afterwards, I did a lot of like weights and everything. And I was sitting at 175 for a good 2 months, but I was still losing weight around my stomach, meaning like I was gaining muscle somewhere.
Good, yeah.
Which is a good thing. Like, so the weight's not the end goal. It's about how healthy are you making your body.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. So for my approach, I was trying to lose weight. I wasn't trying to. But yeah, from
Customers,
somebody else.
yeah.
Sorry?
Customers.
Yes, exactly. It's actually you wouldn't believe the day I have ahead of me and the day I've just had. I woke up at 7 this morning and I haven't stopped working till now. And after we're done, I got a whole day ahead of me.
Yeah. So on that note, I think that we'll let you go then to get back to work.
Well, thank you so much, Nick. I really had fun chatting with you and being on your podcast, man. I'd love to be on here. You can chat anytime you want.
Yeah, well, let me know, like anytime you want to come on and promote your thing. I always plug. I don't know if you watched my previous videos, but like I've always been plugging in your website.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah. If anybody wants to check it out, give me a shout. I can help you build anything you want. So
yeah. So yeah, for people who want to see the actual site and everything, go to the website.
Yeah, it's
use the promo code in the description.
If not, gamertech.ca. Simple name.
And I got an entire video on actually how to build a computer on my channel, and I will put the link in my description as well.
Good stuff. You know what, actually, Nick? If you once this Corona stuff is all over, man, maybe we should film. Maybe we should film some engineering videos, some computer stuff, some really.
I actually want to do a tech review.
Yeah.
So like, do people keep it in the comments to see if people actually want to hear me talk about tech review?
For sure. You know what? Also, if people really like that kind of stuff, maybe I can do a giveaway on your channel.
Yeah.
Or some tech stuff. If they like the tech stuff, let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if people also want to know, I'm doing a live stream later on today, where I'm doing a small giveaway. So yeah, please reach out for that.
Awesome. I'll be sure to check it out, man.
All right.
What's the link to it? Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Oh, you're doing Instagram live.
Yeah.
Be there. I'll see.
So then, whoever wins, I can message them
directly.
Yeah.
Cool. Slide in their DMs.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, guys, take care. We'll see you in the next episode.